Hello and welcome to this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, where we bring you the latest news in 10 minutes or less. I am Mike Walker.
And I'm Brittany Bradley, and I'm losing my voice, so please do not judge me. But with only one more episode left before the season finale, we have a lot to get through, so let's get started. There's nothing better than spring in Bloomington. The beautiful flowers and scenery always put everyone in a good mood. Well, now our beloved city is asking for your help. Mayor Mark Kruzan announced this week his plans for a beautiful Bloomington Day this Friday. The mayor is inviting everyone to help keep Bloomington clean and beautiful by joining the city and local businesses and participating in the 6th annual Be Beautiful Bloomington Downtown. Cleanup volunteers will pick up trash and plant flowers throughout the downtown area. The city will provide all of the necessary equipment for the cleanup. Registration begins this Friday, April 29th at 8:30 a.m. in the City Hall atrium, and the volunteering shift will run from 9 to 11:30 a.m. A light breakfast and lunch will be provided, and all volunteers will receive a free t-shirt in exchange for their work. Get back to the community and get out there and volunteer Friday. Are you going to do it? You going to be there?
I'll set my alarm, but no promises. I actually have class Friday morning.
Oh, I don't think that's ever stopped you before.
I'd like
So I think you're fine.
Okay. Well, it's official. President Obama is, after all, an American. Time and time again, the issue has arisen on whether our president was born in the United States or not. Lately, it's been potential presidential candidate Donald Trump stirring up the storm. This time, the White House has had enough. He has asked his lawyers and persuaded the Hawaii Department of Health to flex their rules so that they could release his long-form birth certificate. So to all of you out there that were worried about the citizenship of our dear president, you can rest easy. He is indeed an American, and actually an Hawaiian. But Obama is not out of the woods. His critics are now challenging the legitimacy of his Social Security number and even his GPA at Occidental College back when he was 19.
And I keep hearing Donald Trump is taking credit for all this.
Yeah, he kind of went on a campaign demanding to see it, and then it just so happened that this time, he was able to present his birth certificate. So who knows if it was actually Donald Trump.
So his power shows through again.
Hey, Donald Trump's a powerful man. Maybe you're the future president of the United
Possibly.
States.
Well, I think we have almost gone the entire second season without a mention of the iPhone, and we all know I love everything and anything dealing with the iPhone. So here's your update on Apple's latest controversy. Last week, security researchers voiced privacy concerns that iPhones store location data. The assumption came after researchers said they had evidence proving Apple collected location data. After a week of gossiping about the situation, Apple has finally come out with a comment. The company stated that they are not tracking locations on their mobile devices and that they never have and never plan to do so. Apple explained the confusion is with the Wi-Fi database. The iPhone tracks Wi-Fi hotspots and cell towers nearby a user's current location. That information is then stored on the phone to allow the phone to determine its location when quickly owners use the navigation services. Apple stressed this data is in no way tracking customers, and to deplete users' concerns, the company will release a software update that will reduce the amount of location data stored on the phone within the next upcoming week. I honestly don't see why that's that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if they know where I am. I check in on Foursquare everywhere I go anyways.
Exactly.
So
You're on that thing constantly.
Love it.
Becoming the mayor of things. Yeah. I don't even get it.
I lost mayorship of my own apartment complex yesterday. It was tragic.
See, this is all of my
Whoever
head.
Anna W. is out there,
He's coming after you.
I'm getting it back. Well, college students, it's now even more important than ever to wrap it up. Yesterday evening, members of the Indiana House of Representatives adopted a motion to send House Bill 1210 to Governor Mitch Daniels. The new legislation, authored by Senator Eric Turner, demands an increase in abortion regulations in the state of Indiana. The bill would also cancel state funding of any sort to organizations that perform abortions or maintain facilities where abortions occur. Daniels can either veto it or sign it into a law. The bill passed in the House 66 to 32. Organizations like Planned Parenthood have already stated their intentions to file an injunction to keep the bill from being implemented.
Well, attention tryhards, this next story you may want to pay attention to. As we all know, our favorite set of vampires and werewolves are currently filming scenes from their next movie in the Twilight saga called Breaking Dawn. This week, photos were released showing the reshoot of the sexy honeymoon scene between Edward and Bella. The reshoot shows a more topless Edward, and no complaints there, and a brighter Bella who repped a green bikini rather than a white one she was shown wearing in the original shoot. The cast filmed these particular scenes in St. Thomas, but the water must still be cold because Edward is shown wearing a wetsuit for what we assume to be comfort reasons. The movie comes out November 18th, and I, for one, will be there in the front row to catch every detail from my favorite blood-sucking wild animal characters.
So I know you love it. And you got to tell everyone, what team are you on?
I don't hate on this, but I'm Team Jacob. I love an underdog story. I mean, he is a dog, actually, so that's interesting. But I love Jacob. I think he's so sexy, so great. I love I love Edward too. What team are you?
I know nothing about it. Nothing.
Okay, you know November 18th.
In fact, that line was cued to me by a producer asking what team.
November 18th, you're right next to me in the front row.
I'll be there if you buy me a smoothie.
Picking your team.
A red one. Cherry.
Got it.
Good news, football fans. The ruling made days ago by the U.S. District Judge Susan Richard Nelson to lift the NFL lockout was sustained on Wednesday evening. The NFL requested that the lockout remain in effect while the NFL filed appeals in the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Nelson said that the NFL had fallen short in proving a stay was warranted and dismissed its argument that it is facing irreparable harm because of her decision to end the 45-day lockout. So the Players Association takes another big step towards bringing fans a football season come this fall, and they made it just in time for the NFL draft, which is actually today.
And I will be in front of my TV until it's over to see who the Colts get. I'm so excited.
Got a late pick this year.
Because we're good. We don't need we don't need first round.
Maybe the next Peyton Manning will be drafted.
Hopefully. Well, Hoosiers are trying to make history tonight by attempting to break the world record for the largest game of dodgeball. The current record consists of 920 people playing at one time, but IU students believe they can beat that. It costs $1 per entry, and all proceeds go to Samaritan's Feet. The event is put on by B-Town Menus and Samaritan's Feet, which is an organization that provides shoes for kids around the world. Help us Hoosiers make our stamp on history and come to Armstrong Stadium tonight at 6 p.m.
Are you going to be there?
I'm not really good at dodgeball. Maybe I'll go to support, but I don't really see me out.
I'd go if you go, just so I can throw a ball at you.
Yeah, I figured.
You're all right with
so
that?
loving.
Well, it may not be the most prestigious honor in professional sports, but there are some who take it very seriously. Cleveland Browns running back Peyton Hillis will be featured on the cover of this year's edition of EA Sports' powerhouse video game, NFL Madden 2012. Hillis, originally seeded 10th in the bracket to select a winner, was up against Eagles quarterback Michael Vick in the final round, and I have to be honest, I thought Vick was going to be this year's poster child, hands down. Hillis says he is excited but surprised, as he never thought he would have had a shot against Vick. Had Vick been selected, he would have been the first player to be on the cover twice, the first being when he played for the Falcons in 2003.
Why was the dog killer up in the running to be the poster child of the video game?
It's, fans voted in. I think a lot of people have forgiven Vick for
I mean, he is talented. I'll give him that. He's a very good football player.
He's fun to watch, though.
I guess. Well, unfortunately, that wraps up this week's episode of What's Up Weekly. If you're craving more news, log on to www.iustvnews.wordpress.com or follow us on Twitter at What's Up Weekly IU.
Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time, which will be the last time for this year.